Oh yeah.
Hello and welcome.
Hello.
I am the Restless Kaiser.
And I'm Johnny B.
I'm James Workshop.
And I'm Jam from Jam's Minimods.
But together, right,
Hey.
we are
Modeling.
Top
Beautiful
stuff.
sound to welcome you to your
Classic.
Tuesday evening, boys and girls. Hello and welcome and all that. So let's catch up in the chat. Josh Wood was here early on. Can't make it tonight. I love the fact that he checks in today, guys. Can't be
Takes the
here,
time.
but see you later.
Yeah.
Nick from Team Clueless Games and Rich John catching you live this week. Woo! Yeah, it's going to be worth it. We got a real pro modeler on tonight, an actual modeler. That's Nick again. Jam was in the chat early, just
Yeah.
it's real.
I know who that is.
Wooly Mike is here. Rosie, of course. Who else? Whoops, scroll down a bit too far there. Alid says Eden paints some Team Yankee Soviets for a game next week before painting the US Bulge. It will
Nice.
take over my life for a few weeks. Yeah, we're hoping to get that stuff. I think it's end of October, they said. I'm not sure. I'm going to check in on that.
I had a US
last time we
Bulge
had
took
your-
over wildlife for a bit there. 2018, about 3 weeks. It was good.
Fall is my favorite season. It's finally beginning to arrive here in Texas. Well, that sounds nice. Friends of General Haig, ahoy there, sailor. Axe and Axe, hey everybody, I'm just wrapping up some rattle can priming and I get to enjoy the show. Just breathe deeply while you're out there, mate. Enjoy the solvents. Hi, Everett1. Saffron69, hello there, our newest member. Welcome. Gamers with Coffee, Ashley, hello there. Ashley, text it. And Roxy the Riveter says, hey, nice to see you, girl. So that's people in the chat. Let's have a look at what we're hobbying tonight. I am going to get a second coat of Middlestone on this Tiger, and then I'm going to Agrax up before I overbrush these 15mm tanks. I'm probably going to get something wrong because I've got 3 different nations tanks, and I'm going to end up overbrushing with the wrong color on at least one of them, I'm sure. John, what are you up to?
I've got everything on my desk. I have Romans, because they need doing. I've got some crappy Wolf Riders. I've got some Commandos, which still haven't been finished. I've got some Chaos Cultists, which I started before I finished anything else. So basically, I'm going to finish nothing and mostly start nothing as well. So there you go. Mr. Workshop, what are you up to?
Yeah, sounds good. I'm going to put together the finest Greek model with a hat that they sell from Footsore Miniatures, the Seer for Mortal Gods,
wonderful.
and then I'm going to get on with painting my orcs a bit more, which are coming along.
So we're hoping to meet up quite soon and get another game of Mortal Gods in, aren't we? We did
are,
quite
certainly.
like it. We just haven't had anything new to show you.
Mhm.
I'm investigating cake stands to use as columns to stick statues on for objectives. That's the
So
plan.
we eat the cakes first and then play a game. I love it.
Yeah, let's get it.
Top quality YouTube.
What you got,
What you up to
Jam?
this
What
evening,
you up
Jam?
to?
I am going to be attempting to, I don't know if my glare, there we go, this big orky boy here.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's a
cool boys,
good
guys. So, yeah, I thought I'd build something instead of paint because I can't paint and multitask and stuff. So,
It's fair.
yeah, just chop shit up instead. So, yeah.
Very nice.
Oh, nice.
Before we get too much further into the stream, I just want to say that the great and late Bob Marley would have loved this episode because it's got Jam in.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Jamming. Yeah.
Jam, Jam, get on the big screen. Tell us who you are, what you're
Oh,
doing,
no.
what's going on.
Well, I'm Jam from Jam's Minimods. I have a YouTube channel where I just do a lot of conversions and stuff like that. Occasionally do some like update videos for my viewers' work and all that kind of stuff. Unfortunately, recently I haven't been doing too much because my son was born and I've been working a lot and stuff. But I'm getting back into the swing of things. But yeah, that's basically it. Like I said, my YouTube's about converting and kitbashing and all that kind of good stuff. So, yeah.
Very nice.
Excellent.
And what's your
Congratulations.
channel called, Jam? Just so they know. Instagram.
Jam's
pin number,
Minimods.
Jam's Minimods. And that's on the YouTube and Instagram, is it? Or just the YouTube? Or...
Instagram as well, yeah.
Instagram.
I do have a Twitter, but I never use that because it's a filthy place.
All right. Going back to the. I love the reaction when I show up, last my ass off. Lacquerty pieces, pumpkin spices everywhere in the US. It's polarizing. People love it or hate it. Pumpkin spice. You get that in like Cafe Nero and stuff this time of year, right? Everyone gets a bit fizzy for it.
Yes.
True.
Yeah.
Yes.
And John, Rosie, she's quite keen on all the fashion coffees, right?
Oh, she loves it. Specifically the pumpkin latte, though. That's her big thing. She loves it. True fact.
Loves it. Friends of General Haig says, "Boom, boom." Exactly. That's on 69 size. I don't know that baby jam. Don't know what
that is
baby jam.
That sounds all kinds wrong.
That's definitely a euphemism.
Jam's got a baby. It's baby jam.
Oh right,
that even went over my head.
Well, how could that go?
It went straight into the gutter. I'm sorry.
Where your mind was going, James, and I don't want to know. Now we know what it was actually about. Right.
I totally knew that. I was just messing around, guys.
Sick
puppies, man.
Right. Okay. So obviously we got Jam here tonight. We're going to talk about some Warhammer. For those of you that don't know, before we get sort of too far into this, just because it's not an easy thing to say, but it is worth saying for anyone that knows him at Roxy, the Orc community. One of its much loved members passed away yesterday or today. Garzinski, Rivets and Dakar. His son has put up a post on the 40k Orc community. And unfortunately, Gar has passed on to meet Gork and Mork in the great beyond. And that's a really sad thing, obviously. And I thought, as it was news today, it was worth remembering that fact. He's got some interesting content on there that he's done. If you're into your Orc stuff, and he was a big fan of other people's stuff, commenting other people's shows. Don't know any more than that. So yeah. Rest in power, Gar. Exactly that, Roxy. Yeah. So, but I thought before we all started laughing too much, we should probably get back to try and find a suitable moment in our show. Might be a bit tricky. So we got Jam here today. Jam he says he does like kitbashes and conversions, but does a lot more work than most of us, I've got to say. And we're going to look at his work. But I thought we'd also take a little bit of time to talk a bit about Games Workshop. Those of you that do not like Games Workshop, this is probably not the live show for you. Because tonight's going to be a bit of a Games Workshop one. So to just talk a little bit about the news, and then we'll look at Jam's work, if that suits everyone. Good evening, Dark Arnold.
Sausage.
Monopoly on pumpkin. Yeah. There's got to be a game in that somewhere, selling celebrity coffees or whatever. So if I go and try and find
what you got for us,
first up, we've got this.
Straight in.
Oh, beautiful.
What are we? I'll see if I can zoom in on it a little bit. Can I? Probably not actually.
That's a beautiful miniature.
So there we go. Is that all right? What we're looking at here, Jam? Why is this exciting?
This is riveting stuff. It's Warhammer Day exclusive lieutenant or lieutenant, depending where you're from. And it's very special. Like, I don't know what to say about it. It's just a Blade God veteran that they're going to make you pay 25 quid for.
And you got one in the Indomitus.
Sorry?
I think Johnny was genuinely going to ask if that's the one out of Indomitus.
Yeah.
Yes.
You would. It looks pretty much the same, except for not as cool. So the Indomitus one is better looking.
Just skip this and go look at that Vampire Lord, because that is a top fucking model.
Yeah, the Vampire Lord is actually something.
There we go.
That is a top model. Look at that.
Yeah, this is sexy.
Especially still crying that they didn't get Cursed City and therefore don't have any vampires like this.
No one is salty about that whatsoever.
No one, James. No
Not a single person.
No.
This is a fantastic model. I want this vampire to run the Crystal Maze, and there's nothing else I want in my
life. That's genius.
What an accolade. You're not wrong, though. You're not wrong. So what we got here, this is the Warhammer Open Day bonus miniature. Is that right?
I think it's just Warhammer Day. Is it open?
I think it's just Warhammer decks. I think you can buy them online. It's not just like in-store things. So.
Yeah, real Rocky Horror vibes. I agree.
Yeah, true fact. Yeah, I wonder if Warhammer Day is just a day and you have to get your ass down to the. It's not an event, is it? It's not like Warhammer Fest or anything like that.
I don't know.
Right.
I can't imagine it is. I think it's just they've decided the 30th of October is Warhammer Day. So go down to your local store and you can buy this. You can buy this miniature, which likely means you can put your name down and let them take all your details, and then they'll send it to you once they've made it.
What was it we did that? You did have to do that for something, didn't you? You registered something for me, and was quite shocked to discover it was a put your name down, not a
turn up and buy this miniature. So we went to the store, and it was like, yeah, we haven't actually really got them. It's just like, come along and
we'll take your names. Like what?
It's like, wow, that's a bit shonk.
Yeah,
I've just checked. It's not an open day. It's just a day, and they're going to release a bunch of information for what's coming up. Basically.
I think it's just one of those live previews that they were doing a lot during lockdowns and stuff like that.
Yeah,
there'll be a bit of a live show.
Yeah.
We love a live show, right?
Are any of the other vampires out in a similar vein to this? Because they previewed a lot of them over COVID, and they were some sexy sweet ones and some really weird ones. Like one had half a cow for a body.
I think they're all out at this point. Yeah,
are they out?
The stuff that was in Cursed City, they did release separately, not in Cursed City. But I think they released them as like a giant bundle, and you had to buy all of them for quite a lot of money.
Oh, boo!
And there was only a few. Like, I did want the box set to play the game, but I really only wanted a few of the models to use for my actual collection. So if I'm not going to be able to play the game, I don't want to buy all the models.
No. How bizarre.
I don't know.
Oh, well.
That's weird. It's fair enough,
but
though.
Still, sexy, sweet model.
This is a fantastic model, and I suspect I'll get one.
Yeah, and so. the it's got a distinctive style to it, which is always good.
Definitely.
Right. Okay. So in other news. So a whole lot less excited about this, I've got to say. So Jam, you're the pro. What am I? What is this? What is this?
This is the limited edition Black Templars army set. I say limited with air quotes because you can actually just what is that, made to order it kind of thing. And so we got
in quotes as well.
Yeah, army set because only 13 models, and you're paying £125 for it. Well, I mean, you get the cool limited edition codex, I guess. So that's the thing.
There's a limited edition codex with a fantastic piece of art on it, frankly. So if you're a Black Templar player,
if you're a Black Templar player,
big book for you.
You definitely get this because I mean you'll probably make some saving out of it, but for anybody else that's kind of just iffy on it, I wait for the combat patrol. Really,
I mean,
it's just 3rd edition 40k rulebook artwork. A slight wow.
Yeah, I think they're playing on that nostalgia kind of thing.
Yeah, the pictures. I've actually literally fucking met him, John Blanche picture. So it's a classic piece.
Right.
To the point that they just made a miniature out of the guy who's on the front cover, and it's an old Marine, not one of the Primaris.
Is he in there? Is he actually in there?
He's not in this box.
No.
They didn't even put him in there. Oh my god!
They did put the Emperor's Champion in the box though, which is like the key character for the Black Templars.
Yeah, I'm not 100% that keen on him, but I must say that the Marshal, the kind of like Lord guy, he's pretty awesome. They definitely hit the nail on the head with that one, I think.
I don't think that's High Marshal Helbrecht in the box there, though.
No, definitely not. Yeah, not him.
Marshal.
Just
I do like all the gubbing.
So who's the?
And I do like
There's the Emperor's Champion, isn't it?
Whee!
It's a cool model, and I like it. To be honest, it's very evocative of the original model that they made for a games day years ago.
Armpits.
I think it's somebody pointed out that like his loinclothy thing is like really long because it's like wrapping around it. You probably like trip over the thing, but
oh yeah, if there wasn't a light breeze, heroic light breeze, that thing would be
heroic
right
light breeze.
Yeah. Tactical
What scale
breeze,
is that breeze? It's a heroic scale breeze.
yeah.
Fact.
That is a cool model, though. Look at it.
Yeah, that Marshall is, I think, is a great sculpt right there.
The Marshall is nice. These models are nice. The Redemptor Dreadnought, it's nice.
Are they £125 nice?
Well, the models are not £125 nice.
Yeah. What Tony's saying, £125 for what would normally be a Kill Team set.
Yeah.
But it is like £65 worth of book and cards as well, because it's a special edition codex.
Yeah, true,
and then you get the data cards as well. So you are spending £55 on what would be a £55 box set or a £65 box set.
But it's not as fun as just being downright salty about it, is it?
Exactly. That's exactly the thing.
Yeah.
So the problem is that as consumers, you know, we're always deeply invested in the FOMO around Games Workshop, even though we barely play Warhammer at the moment. We watch all the news and think, oh, I want that. Maybe I should start a Black Templar army. And then fortunately, my credit card is in a different room. Time passes and I don't do that. But sometimes John has done it in the meantime.
Yes.
If the limited edition codex, the cards, the trinket, and the decal sheet mean something to you, then there is a saving to be made here. I wouldn't dispute that. But they're a lot of that value. As you look at a lot of the Space Marine this is like a Space Marine Combat Patrol, which is 40 quid less.
Yeah.
Including a decal sheet.
Boom.
So you know. What's up, James?
I don't disagree. I don't disagree that you're not right about it. I've come from a time when Games Workshop released like one thing a month and you weren't sure whether you wanted it or not. So the FOMO doesn't hit me as hard, I think, as some people who've only ever lived in an age of FOMO. And I know that Johnny had FOMO for that one thing that came out a month. So,
mate, yeah,
because you'd read about it in White Dwarf 2 months before.
Yeah, when
it come?
You read about it in a White Dwarf 2 months ago, and the first time you saw a picture of it was 2 weeks before that from a Spanish version of White Dwarf. And a shitty picture from 4 miles away. But I don't know. This box isn't for me, and I'm not angry about it existing.
No, no, me either. And I suppose what I'm trying to say, I think as consumers, is we haven't yet settled on what these boxes, who they're for, I guess, and what format the box sets are going to come out insofar as, and this is what bothers me, is people don't know whether they need to buy this box. That's the bit that's worrying, that's troubling about it. That it doesn't necessarily. If you're interested in Black Templars, you want these models. Maybe you don't want the Redemptor. That's a big part of the value of the models in this set.
It's true.
But you do want these, and you don't know when they're going to be available otherwise. And if these might be monopole sculpts that are only ever available, and it's all well and good to sort of look at it and say, look, this is a limited edition set. It's for the true diehard fans. Great, okay. But if 6 months down the line they say, we're never going to print that again, a la Cursed City, that's going to lead people. So I think people feel an impulse to buy this if they're remotely interested, for fear that it won't come out later. Because what they haven't done is said, here's the codex, here's the release schedule, this is the Combat Patrol that you'll see 2 weeks later, this one is just for the fanboys. You know, and I think that aspect of it is what worries me from a marketing perspective. People feel, so I mean, compare this to Indomitus, which was the same price, man. You know, there is no comparison. And Indomitus was not built, it was listed, said it's not for everyone, it's only for the hardcore fans. It's an expensive set, we get that. But you get this number of models in a Combat Patrol easily.
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Is it because they're not exclusively saying it every time they bring out a collector's set? Do you think that's
some
why we have
been limited and some of them haven't?
But they've not let on.
They've said that you can. Everyone who wants one gets one.
But by want one, that means you try and order one the day it's released.
Well,
that doesn't mean 3 months from now you can say I want one.
Yeah, I think it was if you ordered I think the date's on there by the 11th of October, then you're guaranteed one. But after that, you're not.
Yeah, so that's not everyone who wants one, is it? That's everyone who's able to pay for one now. Will get one. Yeah, it's not limited in terms of numbers on the day, but it is you must buy it now if you want it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And that's a powerful marketing tool, isn't it? It's not how many are available; it's the limited time. Will only be available for this time. And there's every chance this is going to appear in a board game 2 years from now. These exact miniatures, which they've done, and it just stings a little bit with Games Workshop that I feel that they will try and trick me. That's how I feel about them as a company. Is that they? But
isn't that hard to decide?
Is that what gets you up at 10:30 on a Saturday morning?
Yeah. See, don't know what you're worrying about. What?
But yeah, it's talking about tricking you. I think with the first Sisters of Battle one, I wasn't really too bothered about that one, but then I got it for a gift, and I was like, "Well, this is special. I'm going to keep this." I'm not really too bothered about the army. But now it's getting sold in the new Imperium magazines. It's just it's in the new combat control box. I was like, it wasn't really limited edition at all at the time, and it was it's okay, it's limited in this actual box that we made, but everything's actually going to be released separately later. Like you said, it might end up in a board game in a month's time. So
and they reprinted that box a couple of months later.
Yeah,
but
so
City, they've said they're never going to. So for example, so you just don't know. I think that Cursed City thing has a lot of people a bit nervous. A lot of people are sat there saying, like you, James, saying, if you print a box, I will buy it. And I know many, many people that will, and that we're never doing it.
The Cursed City one was a bit weird for me because I've always skipped out all these silver towers and all that kind of stuff, even though I always really wanted them. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to go for Cursed City because I'm excited about all the expansions and stuff.
Even I thought that,
I was like, oh, the expansions are going to be great. And then I bought it and I was like, there's no expansions, it's cancelled. I was like, oh, okay, well, I don't really want this anymore now. Just got a box.
Hang on a minute. I've got this, Jam.
Let me get my address.
I do indeed, sir.
And you've still got the miniatures and everything?
Some of them are partly built.
None of them are painted?
No.
And you don't want it anymore?
I think we might need to have a chat.
I could part.
You see what's going on here? You see? This is a man on this very screen that would very much like it, Jam. For an extortionate amount.
Yeah.
Sold.
Maybe.
£500.
Boom. Done. Sold.
Excellent. So when are you paying, Johnny?
Tomorrow.
I'll send you my PayPal later.
Sweet. Yeah, sorry. Where were we?
So that's that. Then there's one more thing in the news I was going to talk about briefly. Do the thing, because this is Warzone Octarius Book 1 Rising
Tide. At this yet.
I haven't really looked at it. Do you know what I can tell you? I can tell you I haven't really got to grips with 9th edition's basic rules and codices yet. And there's already an extra set of rules campaign. So this is like that Pariah Nexus stuff or whatever it was last time round. Again, on one level, you can look at this and you say, from what they've previewed, I had a bit of a look at it and said, there's going to be some new rules to give the Imperial Guard a little bit of help, to give the Tyranids a bit of help, because their codexes, they're really struggling at the moment. So, well, can't you just print their codexes then? Don't sell me a different book with a quarter of a codex in it for each of these armies and expect me to be pleased about it. You know,
it's almost like a beta alpha kind of run of a codex, if you know what I mean.
It's really weird. Yeah, man, it's odd.
And I'm never comfortable, frankly, these days with the idea of paying for rules all that much, to be honest. For miniatures companies, I feel we live in a fundamentally digital age, and I don't object to buying a hardback book, if I decide I play this a lot, I want a nice hardback of it.
Yeah.
But I kind of feel that it's my integrity that makes me buy your books. I can get your rules for free all over the place.
Yeah.
So why are you actually aggressively marketing the sale of rules?
When we functionally live in a time,
baby.
We live in a time when it's the other way around at this point, though, don't we?
Yeah.
Like, so we use the rules and then go buy them rather than buying the rules and then using them.
Yeah.
And I think one of the biggest draws for Age of Sigmar in the beginning was all the data sheets and everything were for free. I mean, you got the battle tomes where you could get special things for your armies, but you can play it completely free.
Yeah.
Which I don't know why they did that for one side and not for the other, but
because Sigmar doesn't sell so well. They know that people will pay whatever they ask for in Warhammer, and now we're paying £10 a model. We'll pay whatever they want on some level.
Yeah, that's true.
If you look at the Space Marine tanks, they're like 60-70 quid now. For the new ones, it's like, hang on a minute, what? Something changed here. Something's gone mad. But I'm not saying that these are not good rules. I'm not saying that these armies don't need these rules. There's Gene Stealer ones. There's some stuff in here, and they're flavoursome. So I can't see them in this particular article, but the Cadian ones, it's not that there's an Imperial Guard rules. There's some Cadian kind of remnant regiment rules, and I like that. It's flavoursome. It's following the story. I'm not saying they're bad rules. I just think that these are the kind of things that used to appear in White Dwarf. These are things that should be a downloadable PDF that are keeping your game fresh. In another world. And it's actually like a 30 quid hardback book, which is about a quarter of an inch thick. When we had a look at the last one of the old, because it had the Death Guard in it, and I was like, why have I bought this? I just find it a bizarre business model, to be honest.
If people still buy it, man, then it's a perfect business model because people are still buying it.
Well, I was having a conversation earlier with someone about that new lieutenant we were kind of joking about a second ago. I was like, people are going to buy it though.
Of course they are.
Like the general audience are just that guy's gonna go out of stock real quick. So
even if they can just hold it up to the camera and mock it for being ridiculous, they're still gonna buy it.
Yeah, that's what they're gonna carry on. Yeah,
man. If it sells, perfect business model.
Well, and it's in our power as consumers, isn't it? We don't have to buy it. We do. So who are we complaining at, really? Right then. So Jam is here. Let's not waste this beautiful opportunity.
Yeah, man. Come on.
Jam has sent us some pictures of his work. So mentioned Jam. He's a kit basher and a converter, and he's not afraid of getting a bit of green stuff out. And
rolling some sausages.
And rolling
sausages,
mate.
All about the sausage.
All about the sausage. Right then, what have we got here, Jam? I can zoom.
That is, I did a collaboration with Zumakito. Don't know if you watched some of his videos. He's a miniature painter, and his favorite chapter is Sons of the Phoenix. So I did a little conversion with them, and obviously, all my conversions go into my Death Watch, so I can actually use them all together. And it's not a completed paint job, as all of these that you're going to see are not completed in any way. But this one's like,
what the hell else do you plan to do to that damn model?
Well, the power sword. Yeah, I mean, yes, that's basically that's my Sons of the Phoenix kind of thing. I went for a bit more like a. What is the Legion that they're supposed to be from? Fulgrim's Legion.
Emperor's Children.
That's the one, yeah. Kind of a
Imperial Fists. Kind of vibe. Emperor's Children is Slanesh. Imperial Fists.
Emperor's Children. These melted candles. Look,
Emperor's Children.
Yeah.
They're not just candles. You've got the wax dripping down.
Yeah, I did. So I got like resin candles, glued them on, and then I got the green stuff around it, molded in some like wax dripping down them, so just looks a bit more realistic than just popping some candles on top.
I mean, there's nothing more realistic than a dude running around the battlefield with 4 lit candles on his head.
Yeah, I mean,
realism is what you're looking for, right?
Yeah. I mean, if GW does it, I'm gonna do it too. You know? Rule of cool makes no sense at all.
Inquisitor Greyfax somewhere. She's got a candle on her head for some bizarre reason.
Yeah,
I don't know the story. What that's about.
They have really, really powerful wax. Let's just go that way.
Right. Really powerful wax. All right. Where's my arrow? Let's go this way. Oh, same dude, bro, just from behind, right?
Yeah, it's just I try to go for like a little shrine kind of thing on the backpack there as well. So yeah,
and a few bones nails. Yeah.
Put all that.
It's beautiful. Beautiful.
Thank you very much, those.
So, look at this guy.
Yeah,
he's got a vitamin D problem.
Oh yeah, because once again, not a completed paint job at all, as you can see with this one. But yeah, this is.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's James.
I get the base coats on, wash them, and maybe a quick highlight just for the videos, so I can get them out. But I don't really spend the time like highlighting them and stuff. But yeah,
dude, that's got at least 8 highlights on his foot alone. I'm calling shenanigans.
The armor. That is true, actually.
You reckon it's like fake modesty? It says, well, they're not finished yet, but actually, it's like you spent months on it.
No, to be fair, this one was my first ever attempt at volume, like highlighting, if you know what I mean, like actually trying to like the rounded edges. Like you'll see when I sent a picture of the back of it as well. But this was like a black shield for my death. Basically, it's a loyalist word bearer is what I was kind of going for there. But yeah, trying to get that like churchy preacher chaplain vibe. Yeah, you know.
That guy looks like he's telling you how it is, right? And you better believe him.
break it down a bit then, Jam. This one, because what's the base model off of this?
That is the chaplain from Indomitus.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's that dude. Then the mace that he's got in his hand, because you know, word bearers, they like to have big old maces.
They do like a clunky old mace, yeah.
And it goes with a chaplain. That's from the Age of Sigmar Chaos, like knights, you know, the horse guys.
Right.
The older ones, so not the new ones, I think. Or it might actually be from the Chaos Warriors from Age of Sigmar.
That's the Chaos Warriors, yeah.
Yeah, Chaos Warrior kit. So you just slapped out bad boy. And I think the book is from the Chaos sets from Age of Sigmar as well. I'm not exactly sure where they all came from, but yeah, that's it really. Just and a bit of green stuff for the. I don't know what the name is for. Like, you know, like a lot of priests and stuff have those like scarfy things.
The litanies of faith.
Yeah, I just turned them into giant purity seals instead.
It begins with a J. This bit.
The J.
Something like like I was thinking of painting them kind of scarfy or purity seals. So yeah, went for purity seals.
Do it as a scarf,
like a Doctor Who scarf.
Yeah.
Tom Baker scarf, legit.
Hey, Space Marines get cold too, you know.
Right. Exactly. That's a beautiful model. Another one. Gorgeous.
We're going this way.
Yeah, that's
another
and there's
rear end. Yeah. Like so,
where is Jam from? Can't place his accent.
Sorry?
Where are you from? Our South African friend cannot place your accent.
From South Africa. That is where I'm from.
There you go.
I don't know if real South African friends is being sarcastic here.
No. He's
like from South Africa.
He is literally, he was just asking.
Oh, okay.
So you've done the shiny volumetric lighting shenanigans on this guy's leg.
Attempted, yes.
Well, I think it's come out quite nice.
I appreciate it.
So
I find because black is probably the most difficult color to actually make it look good. And so I was like, just doing pure highlights just felt a bit boring to me. So I'm trying to work on, like I said, the more volumetric kind of style, give it a bit more shine.
That's good.
Something I'm still going to be working on. So yeah.
If Subs is still here, if you go on to Warhammer Plus, you can find a.
Subs is going to get Warhammer Plus. Yeah.
They do a tutorial similar to this, and I really fancy having a go at it on a model that you made. Yeah, slightly different tones, but yeah, still cracking. This one, oh wow, monochrome. I like it.
So this is the Primaris Librarian model, right?
Yes, yeah.
As a base. So what have we done here, Jam?
Dark Angel Librarian, but there's some artwork online where there's like I think it's a Dark Angel anyway, when he's walking forward, like pumping out some lightning. Right. And that's basically the kind of vibe I wanted to go for with, obviously I haven't molded any lightning on there. But as you can see on the back of this guy kind of poking out, he does have a sword strapped to the back as well. And yeah, basically candles and wax again, similar to the previous model as well.
So it's your run-of-the-mill Chaos Sorcerer, yeah? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, that is some nice lightning right there.
Look at that, mate.
I'm gonna have to do that.
Yeah, man, do it.
So what's this guy?
This one was in Deathwatch lore. There is a rank called the Keeper, and he's kind of like a bodyguard for like prisons and stuff that the Deathwatch kind of,
right?
The secret little places. And yeah, these guys carry around giant like chainsaws and stuff like that.
These like the ones the Repentia have. Is that where this is from?
Yeah,
similar.
That's like I think that's from Cromlech or something like that. It's called the Ripper Pack. It was given to me from a friend, so I'm not 100% sure where it's from. But yeah, like I said, I just wanted to go for this lore character of the Deathwatch Keeper. He's almost like a lieutenant. He's quite high ranking, but yeah, they have special roles and stuff like that. So
and the base model in the frock.
It's the standard bearer guy from
the Blade Guard Ancient. Yeah.
Oh,
I recognize.
Yeah, not too much change there, to be honest, apart from like the big old honking sword. And
you kept the basic pose, haven't you? Yeah, it works. Right, are we going to see what you did with the egghead guy if we go through it?
Got to chuck some wolves in there.
Oh.
Yeah,
schmexy beards there.
Yeah, that's another one that needs to be painted up, unfortunately.
Fantastic.
But, yeah, when you zoom in that much, then you kind of realize that it doesn't look that good.
It's terrible. It's a piece of shit.
Oh yeah,
fuck, man, it's fantastic.
Now that we zoomed in,
it's absolutely amazing.
Oh, thanks, guys. Yeah.
So come on, this is beautiful green stuff work there. Tell us what you've done here.
Well, start from the beginning. The base model is Tor Garadin, the Imperial Fist special Primaris character.
Right.
Yeah. And basically stripped him completely bare, just kept the body. And it's just a wolfen axe on there. I think the hammer's from the Terminators. And green stuff, some hair. And then obviously the fur around, I used the Green Stuff World fur texture plate because it's 10 times easier than actually sculpting your own fur. And then just making random like sausages and straps to get all the skulls and shit down.
Sausages and straps.
Gotta get the sausages
like
and
my
straps.
Weekend.
all of those bits of strapping really kind of really help.
Yeah,
it does hugely.
Giving that feel, don't they? I really like that. So tell me about this tool you said you used. This Green Stuff World. You said there's a beard tool.
It's for the fur,
right?
Yeah. So this Green Stuff World is a company. I think they're based in Spain or whatever. They do a lot of like hobby tools and stuff like that. And they've got like a little silicon texture plate, which should be here somewhere. But
I've got one.
You got one?
Yeah.
I've got a similar one. Sorry, but you get a plate that's just like covered in different textures and things.
Yeah. Well, mine's
slightly different. Yeah.
Much smaller than that, but very similar. Yeah.
So this is the basing. So you put a bunch of green stuff all over a base, and then you just press it into a certain point, and you come away with a bunch of detail.
That's nice.
And then you can, I guess, cookie cutter it whilst it's still wet with the base itself.
Yeah.
Is that the gist of it?
Pretty much.
That's some good stuff.
Nice.
But yeah, a much smaller version than that is what they are.
Yeah, they do a lot of things. Like they do chainmail as well. So like what you do is you just patch your green stuff into it, and then you peel it off, and it's got the texture on it. Like I said, I've been experimenting with the chainmail version. Like I said, I got the fur one. So yeah, if you're a Space Wolves player, definitely get the fur plate because it'll save you a lot of time there. Yeah.
I just look at this and think every time I've tried to do something with green stuff, I just made a dog's dinner at the whole business. I just did a bit of hair and a bit of beard, and I'm just like, when you say just, right, I've tried this. It isn't that easy. Always really impressed. You know, this is Kitbashing extreme, right? This is really it's a pleasure to look through the stuff you
man. This is really nice.
I appreciate it, guys. It is enjoyable. Like I said, sometimes it does get quite annoying when you're trying to get those small details, but you know, the way I always see it is it's just green stuff. If it doesn't work, you just take it off and start again. So
peel it off.
No stress, you know.
I love this little horn you've got on here as well. So what have you made that out of?
The horn is just from also one of the Chaos Age of Sigmar Warrior guys. I just sliced the hand off there and stuff. Yeah, I think I did a similar thing to the Wolf Priest guy I sent you as well. Got a little
John. Have you got that model there?
Yeah, he's right here, man. And one day I'll paint him up as well. Not that you can see anything, but
he still lives.
This is how much of a beautiful human being Jam is. He kitbashed the Wolf Priest for me.
You can't see it with any clarity. There might be a few stills that I took earlier on in the reel. I don't know if they made it or not, but
we get them on the Facebook page.
So with the axe, I don't know if it quite reads as a Wolf Priest, but you know, it's space wolf.
It does.
I'd ask you to make it look different. What I don't like about a lot of the Wolf Priest models is they just look like Imperial chaplains.
Chaplains with a bit of fur,
Space wolf, and chaplains of Wolf Priests don't worship the Imperial cult.
Yeah, that's what I remember you saying. That, so I was like, just give a hunk and axe.
This should look really different. To my mind, anyway. Look, I know John won't like this because he stood on a rock, right? and John's never.
It's a bit of a barrier there. It's concrete. Is that a rock?
He's got to protect his toes, you know. That's just the back end of the boot. Yeah. So I had to just strap this guy with as many like weapons and shields and stuff as I could, really.
This guy is
laying down, man. What you need, right, Jam? What we'll get was we'll get one to you. We'll get you an enamel mug from a paratrooper's backpack, bolt action, tin mug. You can stick it on one of your kit bashes just as a little homage.
Please do. That'll be awesome. I'll make a little scout group, you know.
You should do it with Wolf Scouts. So give them a tin mug.
Green stuff like bedroll as well.
Yeah.
That'll be good.
Lovely. So, oosh.
I thought I'd throw some painted stuff in there. This is one of my older ones. Yeah.
Oh no, that's terrible. It's so bad, in fact, that I'm just going to start my own dream.
That was my best piece of work.
That's difficult to see everything that's going on from this distance. There's so much there.
How much I can zoom in?
To be honest, I'm not too keen on the grey. It does kind of meld everything together a bit, but not much to say on this guy apart from he's just a dreadnought, really. Some like wolf stuff glued on there. I think the back of him's got some more on there, but I don't think I'll send you pictures of that. But
I'm not sure. So I recognize, you've got the storm shield from the Wolf Guard kit or whatever it is, and
I think a lot of it is from the Space Wolves like dreadnought kit, like the little shin pad things he's got there,
right?
And some of it from the Storm Wolf. I think the Storm Wolf has got loads of those like shields and stuff like that. Yeah. So nothing too special there. Just a little bit of gluing on.
I want to know what Space Wolf was like arranging that crotch piece, because they've obviously put a lot of work into arranging those bones in a very specific way.
Yeah, they did.
Mate, there's graph suspensors on them. It's the future. They can do that. It comes out exactly as you want it to. You got more? Oh!
Yeah, next, I did send you quite a few of these.
So this is the same basic model that the other librarian we looked at, isn't it?
Yeah, this is like, say, one of my earlier things where I wasn't quite like jumping too deeply in the conversion work. So once again, nothing too spectacular. on the arms, he's got some like runes and stuff dangling, which you can't really see. But yeah, other than that, like not much going on there. But a fun fact with this one, actually, my dog chewed that model, and he managed to survive the incident without a scratch. So
the dog on the model.
The dog's dead.
What happened to John, by the way?
I don't, not a clue. He's muted it and walked off.
Right.
That's a nice head swap. Where'd you get the head from? Is that in?
That's just from the. He's the Grey Hunters kit, I think.
Yeah, normal.
I think I might have just. He has a top knot usually. I think I've just chopped the top knot off and smoothed it over. Yeah, that's about it, really. Yeah, thank you. But yeah.
Oh, he's come back with a dog.
The pooch is back. Well, not back. First time.
Nope. Jamie C. Payne says, "Oh, he's going to get Belle." There you go.
He wanted to come upstairs.
Father Christmas.
Yeah, he does have Father Christmas vibes. Not gonna lie.
He's a seasonal hero. I think that's the last one, champ. Is that the last one?
Oh, thank God for that.
That is the last one.
Oh,
boom.
What about the squat you made? Where's the squat?
Oh, I didn't send a picture of the squat. Do I have it nearby?
Single-handedly bringing back the squats. Woo!
Make jam big.
Make jam big.
I can't find it.
Where's the squat?
No, I don't actually know where it is.
Well, if you're
interested in
squats, if you're interested in squats and you want to see the new release from Jam, you should definitely check his channel because he's re-releasing them.
Selling STL.
Confirmed. Yeah.
Proper good, that. Truly.
Yeah, so that has actually been something I have been slowly getting into recently. Not quite kitbashing, but been doing a bit of 3D printing, trying my hand at it. So
what is that beastie?
Everyone's on it now.
Make him big again. Make him big again. I want to see it.
Make it. There we go.
No, that's the comments.
What does that mean? Lahasa Abso? I'm lost.
It means, you know, thing. The doofer. Yeah. It's a doofer, right?
It's a dog breed.
Is it? Oh, you Googled it. Of course you did.
Of course I did.
How you do stuff.
It's just
great. Well, we've been thoroughly derailed. What was that 3D printed model?
It's from a company called Loot Studios. I'm sure you guys have probably heard of them as well. They're pretty big, but I got
zoom.
I got a set like this.
Reaching for the thing.
Look at that!
Nice.
Where am I going? Don't focus on me.
Wow.
Is that like an orc reading a book?
He's definitely left-handed.
Sort of weird demon.
Ogre demon thing. That is pretty cool, though. That's good fidelity for a 3D print. What sort of crazy machine are you running?
I've got the Elegoo, is it? Elgu? I don't know how you pronounce it. Mars Pro 2. And to be honest, I was kind of iffy about 3D printing, but I think they're getting to the point now where like the detail is pretty crisp. I mean, let's try and reach up here. I've been printing off some fancy chainsaws and stuff. If I can.
Is it ABS or resin?
Resin, yeah. So like you can see like all the teeth on that. There is actually some filigree and like there's a skull, but obviously you guys can't pick it up because it's so small.
Yeah, it's so difficult on this, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the detail is getting pretty good. Like you said, I think it's going pretty crazy recently. 3D printing.
Certainly picking up.
The Mars 2 Pro is sub £300 now as well, isn't it? It's actually a reasonable
it's not
price.
expensive.
It's becoming affordable.
Yeah.
Ooh,
affordable resin printing.
Is it user friendly though?
Yes and no. Like when you're starting,
no.
Like in the growing pains kind of thing. Like I think I messed up my FEP sheet, which is like the little plastic thing in the bottom, and it takes a bit of getting used to and like leveling it. But once you've got it dialed in, you just plug and play kind of thing. You've got it. I mean, I spent last weekend. I've been printing out base toppers, so like textured bases. I don't know if you can see because it's grey as well.
Yeah.
No, I can't see that.
You take your word for it.
No.
Yeah.
But yeah, they basically this is like cathedral style things for like my Sisters of Battle, and no, you can't see them at all. But
not even slightly.
No, I got absolutely loads of these things here. So
excellent.
I can make you big again, but I'm not sure that it'll help. Go on, let's have a try.
They'll need a wash or something on them for you to see properly. Oh no, that's
not
too bad.
Oh no,
slightly. Try and get some shadow on there.
Very nice.
But yeah, instead of basing your models yourself, you can just print out a bucket load of them, and you got something real fancy. So yeah,
sweet.
If you try and bend them slightly, do they snap immediately?
Sure.
Yes, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, resin's not the most flexible thing.
Dark Arnold says, thanks to 3D printing, I got my Sausage Man of Krieg. I have seen this miniature, and it is just a deathcore of Krieg opening his trench coat with strings of sausages hanging around him like he's gonna explode or something. It's epic,
a fantastic model. It is the most Nigel model available.
Yes, it is completely Nigel. But yeah, it's interesting to see that 3D printing is becoming really quite accessible.
Well, one thing I will say though is you have to have a spare room, because obviously the fumes and everything, you might stink the house out a little bit. So yeah,
this is my question: is nobody ever seems to be talking? Presumably, this stuff that you are heating up in your house is incredibly carcinogenic.
Yeah, it's not healthy for you,
mate. You get miniatures. What's the problem?
You get what?
You get miniatures out of it at the end.
Oh, right, yeah.
What's the problem?
You know what they say? You're in it for a good time, not a long time.
Child?
Right?
I don't know.
Oh, that bit, yeah.
I care about him.
No, I would say if it's just like a general kind of like hobbyist, I wouldn't do it. Not yet anyway, because obviously it's still growing. They might come up with stuff that doesn't actually kill you. But for me, I kind of thought, the YouTube and stuff, I was like, instead of always trying to find the bits I need, I could just, any idea I have, I could just print the stuff I need. And since I've got the thing, I've used it like twice. That it's not gone the way I thought it was going to go. But yeah. And also, if you're just a miniature painter as well, you don't really care about kitbashing and building and playing armies, you just want to paint stuff, then it's definitely perfect for you, because you just print out thousands and thousands of whatever model you want. There's so many out there now.
But is it because like people have cars, right, and they talk about how much it costs fuel only, they ignore all of the other costs, and people talk about 3D printing as being basically free. I can't imagine that it's anywhere near free. How much does it actually cost you to produce the miniatures?
Yeah, I would say, I think if you buy the whole setup, it's going to take you a long time to actually make your money back, if that makes any sense. Because I mean, I think I bought the printer, the resin, everything I needed, like the isopropyl alcohol. Can't say it, no.
Yeah,
I'm all tongue tied there. And I got the curing machine, the washing machine, whatever you want to call it. I think all cost me almost 500 quid.
Right.
So, like I said, it's gonna take me a long time to actually make that money back by just printing out things. So, it's gonna take a good few years, I think. So,
but even when you have, how much are you given the fact that you're going to run this machine in the corner of your house and buy resins, and you're going to replace the parts? I know a lot of people, it seems, on YouTube who've done it is 3 months after they bought it's somehow defective again.
Yeah. So luckily, I've not had I know some people like their screens can crack or they leak and stuff like that. So, like I said, it's not a perfected technology yet. So, like I said, I'd maybe avoid it if you're not super enthusiastic about it. But yeah, I mean, like I said, but the actual resin itself and the miniature cost, that's dirt cheap. I think printing out this thing over here probably cost me 20p worth of resin, something like that.
Right.
It's just I don't know. Okay. It's just something if you're excited about it, but I wouldn't bother if you just kind of not too bothered yet.
What I worry about and what I've seen with that is the space and thing, but you need to be incredibly disciplined not to just print out any old shite, right?
Printing
out a lot of things that you're never ever going to paint because it doesn't cost anything to get hold of them.
There's a problem.
The wastage and the storage like on owning a thing like that as a collector.
Yeah, especially like a lot of places that sell STL files and stuff like that. They usually do like massive bundles. And I think Loot Studios did one a while ago, like a Viking themed one where it was like 100 models or something like that. And I was like, I'm actually never, ever going to paint any of these. I've already got like a few of these bundles. I'm like, I've printed out 2, and am I ever going to paint them? I don't know.
That's what I worry about, the exact opposite, that I'll buy a model and then I'll start buying STL files from Patreon or wherever, and I'll never print any of them. Exactly. Printing 100 models, I'll never print one. I'll just be happy buying the files.
I think definitely my favorite thing that I know I will do a lot of, like I said, is these base toppers. Because you can buy normally, I think I bought a bundle a few months ago, it was like 20 different types of like themes, and cost me like £20 or something like that. And I can print these out as much as I want now. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that.
And they're thin, so they won't take forever either. It's not a 12-hour print, is it?
That's a resin printer. That's to test, you know, it's how toxic it is.
Yeah, let's say with the base toppers, that's like a good 3-hour print. It doesn't take too long.
Interesting. And that's the Mars
2 Pro.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. After a bit of research, I think that's what most people go for like a beginner level kind of thing.
Seems to be.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see how it could suit some people, particularly, and there could be real savings to make. But how much do you pay? How much you end up spending on STLs? You buy the equipment. I'm just not convinced it's actually all that much cheaper.
No, it's not.
But, I don't think it's probably very liberating.
I don't know where it is, but somebody commented if you sort of are part of a club or have a friends group that are into it, like, and you know,
said that,
you'll put 20 squid in or whatever, and boom.
Yeah.
I think especially if you're like an avid like role player, like Dungeons and Dragons or something like that. That's definitely where, because a lot of these bundles they do like little taverns and stuff. We can print out tables and chairs and dungeon floors. You can do whatever you want. You can build like these massive things. I know a lot of people like, because they like love hating on GW. They started to like, I'm going to print out an entire army. Like, well, I mean, you can do that if you want, but
3 hours a miniature is going to take you a while.
I mean, for me,
I saw a video for that the other day where someone was trying to print a 1,000-point army and finish painting it in 24 hours. And they ended up choosing Necrons. They didn't do it. They also cheated because it was 1,000 points for a different game, and they were using Necrons for it. But they did try and like print out. It was 31 models, I think, in 24 hours. They did get them all printed and they did get them all cleaned and primed. They just didn't finish painting them.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive stuff. I mean, they must have had a big printing bed to get that all done. But
it was an Elegoo. It was the same size. Yeah.
Elegoo.
Interesting stuff. News channel wise, then, because we're just about the end of time, I just thought I'd wave it because people might be interested. We have got. I went and got it, John. So we're going to review this at some point when John and I get a chance to do it.
Sweet.
It is the one we mentioned with the 172nd Airfix kit, just to remind me of my childhood of where you could buy model aeroplane kits from the newsagent on a Sunday afternoon when your dad came home from the pub.
I'm going to paint them all now as well, right?
Beautiful, mate. Dad wins at the Dominoes. I get an aeroplane. Brilliant. Now, where have we got to with the hobbying? I have got the Agrax, the brown wash on all but the last of these 3 tanks. So there's been some progress there. John, what have you got up to?
I'm still. I highlighted the first tone of flesh on the Commandos. Cool, that was tough. What about you, James?
Got a Sage. It's on a base and everything.
Built up,
It's nice. Yeah, I'm very, very fragile wrist. But,
Wooloo.
Oh, you got it together. That did look a bit dangerous. That.
It is very dangerous. That's going to need some reinforcing with a bit of green stuff, I think. It's going to have a nice big wristband. Where'd you get to, Jam?
To be perfectly honest, I've been jib-jabbering so much, I've barely made his seat.
Quit your jib-jabber, fool.
It's a nice seat, though.
And I couldn't quite figure out where this bit glues in while I was on camera, so I'm going to figure that out later.
You're going to figure that out.
That's
Maybe do a video about that.
Yeah. That's good stuff.
Sweet.
I printed glad. Yeah, so I can definitely see space for stuff like that. Stuff like gliders in bolt action would be horrendously expensive. And if I could
for what they are.
Print one, because they're scenery basically. Yeah. And really, you want them, several of them, to be smashed up. Yeah, I can definitely see it. Do you want me to build and paint those planes? What? These? Is that a genuine offer, subs? Because 100% yes. You never have the time to get all the painting and modelling done. Or does that just send them to me and maybe you'll see them?
Oh, yeah.
Because he plays Blood Red Skies, doesn't he? See, he's not stupid. Save you the rage. Right, bear that in mind. Awesome. So played with that set and the Warlords. Oh mate, yeah. We were. It was the American guy with the kilt on.
Randomly.
Americans are extremely proud of their Scottish heritage. They've got so little of it. Oh, nice. Okay.
And he was quite open about it. We chat. Was he called Mark? I can't remember. He gave us his card anyway. So
he was called John.
ME109 is going to crash. Well, if you look at it carefully, if John stops spinning, you can see it is already damaged because John has it.
Excuse me? What do you mean?
Oh, you fixed the propeller.
Everything's fine here.
John Russell, that was the guy. Yeah. While we were at Warlords Open Day, I did pick up 3 contacts. Be interested to know if you'd like to see them. One was the guy who's writing this new app for Warlord. I was going to get in touch with him next week. One was the guy, the American Warlord rep, who seems very, very bubbly. Looks like he might be fun. And the other was one of the women that works at Skytrex, who's now, and they're now like collaborating with Warlord. And just to kind of hear, they're going to be doing a lot more of the resin work, especially, but some of the metal work as well. They'd already been doing subcontracted work for Warlord, so it's more like formalizing a relationship they already had. But they've got a really interesting back catalogue that I remember from my childhood. Skytrex, they go way, way back. So again, I thought that might be useful.
Get all 3 of them on. Get the guy in who worked in stores a few months back as well. A whole month of Warlord.
I bought some. No, butter churns are painted. They're yet to debut on the channel, but they will. No, this is new. This is when we went to Warlord Games. I bought myself some baskets of various fruits.
Oh, you
to go with the butter churns.
Ask John Russell for his beaver story.
Oh dear.
Richard McPherson. Actually, speaking of which, friends of General Haig, we need to get you on the show at some point. I keep forgetting to look you. There's a contact us on the website. If you're interested in being in, it just sends me an email. Mate, please get in touch. I'd love to have you on. You had some beautiful miniatures that we saw on that day, and it'd be nice, you know, for you to meet the people. Right, Jam, tell these beautiful people at home where they can find you if they want to see more of your work, and maybe what they can expect to see in the next month or so.
Yeah, well, like I said, Jam's Minimods on YouTube and Instagram and all that kind of stuff. That's where I will be. And like I said at the beginning of the video, I haven't been that active recently, but, you know, life's starting to get back to normal, so I will be pumping out some more videos. I got one done coming out next week, so, you know, I've just got a lot of secret projects going on now, some bigger full army conversions instead of just like one-off models. That's coming up soon as well. Yeah, just more of the same, just trying to get back into the swing of things, really, to be honest. So, yeah, that's about it.
Nice. Always nice to see and enjoy the work of better men, right? That's any final remarks, John?
Yeah. Don't sniff glue, guys. It's bad for your health.
All poppers.
Just say no.
Just
say no.
No.
Yeah.
Guys, ask you on the channel.
Not even once.
Just say no.
Next week, I always forget to check the calendar. I'm pretty sure next week it is Scarnia. I think it's Scarnia.
Oh, sweet.
Who, you know, from the original Plastic Crack Gaming, Irish guy. He's really into BattleTech and a little bit into Warhammer Orcs, but he's really into BattleTech at the moment. So I'm hoping to see that. I mean, I want to like BattleTech, and I'm definitely want to see the Alpha Strike game at some point.
Yeah.
Definitely
I just want the shiny new miniatures, which you can't really get hold of. Boo! It seems difficult to get hold of the Catalyst Games miniatures, unless Scarnia can style us out.
Oh, me. Always risking offending people by doing a bad accent. Right, guys, that was us. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye. Bye.